My name is Mona Chopra. I am an acupuncturist here in New York City. Acupuncture needling is the most common technique used by acupuncturists to stimulate acupuncture points in order to promote the free flow of energy in the body and bring about health or maintain a relative state of wellness. The channels and the points are really, one could think of them as like spaces in the body through which energy flows. So it's not that the acupuncture point is in this muscle or in this, joint. It's actually the spaces between all those structures that are the areas where this interplay of energy happens most strongly, and that's where we go with the acupuncture needle. If you can imagine, the points along the channels are like these places where you will often actually palpably feel a dip. It's like a dugout hole. It's like a greater concentration, but it's alive. There's activity happening, so that water-like movement. So they're not static, because it's really like a place of so much activity. It's like an intersection of where all this change happens, where things transform at those particular places. One of the other important methods that I use in coming to my assessment is palpation, which just means touching, pressing different parts of the body along the channels, along the acupuncture points. What I'm feeling for are multiple things. On a very basic level, first, I'm feeling for the temperature. So that would be like with a very light touch. Is there any change in the temperature? Does it feel cool, warm? Does it feel clammy, damp? Is there dry skin in that particular area? So that's sort of one thing. The second thing is like, are there any nodules? Are there bumps? And if so, are they little? Are they big? Are they hard and immovable? Do they seem kind of movable, like almost like a bubble? Or does it feel really empty, like almost I feel like my finger could go through that person? Do I feel a hardness? Do I feel the body pressing against my finger, resisting the touch? And then I'm always looking at the person's face to see how they are responding to the touch. Is it sensitive to the person? And at what level is it sensitive? Or does it feel really good to the person to be pressed? So those also give indications as to where imbalances lie and what treating particular points might do to the person. After all the needles are put in the person for the treatment, the patient just lays there and it's an opportunity to rest. The person doesn't have to do anything in particular. I always encourage people to use it as an opportunity to do deep breathing or to do meditation if they have a meditation practice that they can do laying on the table, because one does want the body to focus on the healing effects of the treatment and not be distracted by the mind going in overdrive thinking about all different things. That said, if a person is thinking about all different things, the treatment will still be effective. It's just, from my experience and my point of view, more effective if the mind is not preoccupied with other things, drawing the body's energy away from the effects of what the needles are doing. So there's a common saying in Chinese medicine, where the mind goes, the qi follows. So if your mind is thinking about what am I going to eat later, what time is this treatment going to be over, your qi is kind of going there. Whereas if you are actually focused on the movement that's happening in your body, the sensations in your body, or simply letting your mind be quiet by focusing it on the breath or doing a meditation technique, it can only enhance the effects of the treatment. So there's one quote explaining what an acupuncture point is that I think is just eloquent and to the point. Points are places on the body surface from which there is transformation and transportation of information, regulation of channel and organ function, irrigation of surrounding tissues, and connectivity to the channel system as a whole. So that, I think, gives some sort of specifics as to really what is an acupuncture point. It kind of helps. And another quote that I love is from the Ling Shu, which is one of the classical texts of Chinese medicine, which says, refers to an acupuncture point as the place where spirit qi moves. and spirit chi can just be thought of something that you cannot see or tangibly feel. So it's a place where spirit chi moves.